Good morning, buddy. Welcome to Monday, Labor Day in the US, September 2nd, 2024. I am pulling a me a la Jan, the Alaskan crafter today. I've already filmed the full video. Hated it because I kept getting interrupted. We've had a number of sirens that were very, very loud because they were very close, and it interrupted my flow and my process. I don't edit my videos beyond hitting pause if I have to communicate with somebody who's close and I have an agreement to not film. You get what you get, you see what you see. So, with that said, I just thought it would be better to go ahead and begin again today because it's Labor Day. I have the time to do that. So, there's no coffee on the porch today. I know. I'm surprised too. But it's not on the porch today. Because it is currently 8:31 and I've had quite a lot of coffee this morning. I didn't get up as early because I didn't have to work today. So we're getting full sun, the darkest of the dark glasses. And we're getting me, who's already been out of the house, into the store to pick up groceries. So, yeah, I've been in motion. The day has well begun, but I didn't want this day to go too much further without me saying, hi, I love you. I'm thinking about you, and I am cheering you on. With that said, yes, I've done my gratitude journal this morning, and no, I'm not going to be sharing from that today. Today, I am giving you Brainy Quote. Today's Brainy Quote says that between saying and doing, many a pair of shoes is worn out. And that's by Iris Murdoch. I don't even need to explain that. But for those of you that are sitting on the edge of your next great journey, jump, do it, pull the trigger, press the button, take the step. You can do it. If you still wonder, do I have the support that I need? You do. It's called you. You're ready. Go for it. And I say that because yesterday I was in a live and I was listening to a person that I know and I love say that they were afraid to do something that they're probably way better at than I am. And that's start a channel. They are a moderator for several big channels. So they know the ins and outs of what it takes. Unfortunately, sometimes that means they've seen things behind the scenes that we would rather not know. And maybe that has scared them. But they also know the wins, the growth that those same channel creators that we all watch have had, and how they've bloomed and the audiences have come. I have been a content creator on YouTube for 6 weeks. Six. And I don't, it's changed, and I'll explain that in a second. In a good way, not a bad way. But it ebbs and it flows. I don't really, I used to spend every day, how many people are following me today? Forgive me. It's in my phone and I don't always look. So sometimes I don't know where things are. Um, I currently have 229 subscribers in just 6 weeks, which is phenomenal. That is also directly and with much thanks to larger content creators who have spoken of my channel and supported me and told me not only can I do this, but they've told their followers to follow me. I'm honored. Thank you, Jen, the Alaskan crafter, because yesterday when I was watching her video, my name was again mentioned and I am thrilled and honored to welcome all my new subscribers who've come from organically and from the shout outs of those bigger content creators. But back to my point of the person or persons who are considering starting a channel. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. So do what you need to do today so that you're one step further towards your goal tomorrow. Stop playing around. Do it. That's enough of that. Today I will not be crocheting with you. I know I typically do that, but I have a lot on my plate today. Since it is a holiday, I allowed my son to spend an extra day at home with us, which means, yeah, I'm on the run. As soon as I finish this video and get it uploaded, we are packing the car, headed off to move him back on campus for the week. And it is an abbreviated week, but it is a week nonetheless. Um, it is 62 degrees outside with a high of 79. So I am happy to say I'm not blazing and the fan is on vacay today. Um, Again, my thank you to Jan because like I said, I was surprised to hear her say that she was redoing her video. And I'm like, man, that's familiar. And then a few minutes later, she starts talking about channels we need to support. And my name was mentioned. So I am highly, highly indebted to you for your kindness and your attention. I still find myself fangirling a lot when I look in my contents and in the conversations that I see below my videos and I see people's names that I watch. A lot, not a little, a lot of fangirling goes on when I see comments from creations by Jax, or I see Juan has commented, or now Tammy, because yeah, go girl, proud of you. So that being said, um, here's the update on the blanket thus far. As you know, the total of the blanket is going to be 283 rows. I am on row 212, and my goal is to have this done by September 18th. We're going to do it. It's just that simple. We're going to do it because there's no other option. Of course, we have to take into consideration the amount of time that I'm spending on the blanket versus my actual income generating job and the time that I spend with my family, my puppies, my puppies. So that brings me to what I really wanted to talk to you guys about today. And today's topic is about the time commitment that you can anticipate in creating a project. The factors that you have to consider when you say, oh, I'm going to make a blanket or oh, I'm going to make a sweater. The two major factors is your skill level and the intricacy of said project. Is this a, constant stitch repeater? Is it something that's going to be made in different pieces and put together? All of that needs to be taken into consideration. According to Senior Google, aka Google, um, they say your speed depends upon the way you hold your hook and the way you hold your yarn. And that's pretty much true. I have found as I am working on a smaller stitch, my tension is usually a little bit tighter. And that's because I want a denser fabric. I hold my yarn a certain way so that I have an even flow or tension, as we would like to say. But I am a knife grip holder, so I hold the hook a little heavier than some people who use a pencil grip. They tend to be more delicate in their approach. I don't know how that works on their speed because I know how to use a pencil grip, but I'm ridiculously slow with it. So that's just not my thing. I'm a knife grip. Stab, grab, pull. Stab, grab, pull. Repeat. And I have an arsenal of stitches that I know how to do. But depending on what the pattern calls for, whether it's a repetition that I can do mindlessly, which means I do it a little quicker, versus you do this stitch 1, 2, 3, then boom, you do something completely different. Then, you have 8 and then 3 and then 2. And then if there's no rhyme or reason or predictability, it slows you down because it's causing you to count and to think. That changes how things look for you. Um, of course, the other thing is if you're having to remember how to do a particular stitch. For example, an unusual stitch that you don't use very often, and maybe you don't remember how exactly that stitch is performed. So you make it and you look at it and you're like, I could do that better. So you do it again. That repeating process slows us down. That's just a factor of the experience that you're going through. Um, Again, back to what Dr. Google says, because Michelle doesn't always agree with Dr. Google. Dr. Google swears that um, the gauging of your stitches, so many stitches per 2-inch space, um, is going to give you a general idea of about how fast you're going to make up a particular pattern. With that said, the average beginner will take 20 to 40 hours to make a basic throw. Your mileage may vary. Mine certainly did. It took me a lot longer because I did not have tension control. I did not have stitch control as far as the sizes. I didn't count. All of that should be taken in consideration. Like I said, beginner, not advanced beginner, beginner. Yeah, I wasn't that good, and most beginners aren't. So give grace. With that said, some people, and I would love to know who these some people are, say that they can crochet about 1,200 stitches per hour. That's not me. On average, I'm about 200 stitches in 10 minutes on certain stitches. Other stitches, I'm a whole lot slower. And it's simply because I am consistently going back and counting. I'm consistently looking at something else, doing something else, or whatever. So, again, when trying to determine how long a project is going to take, consider how fast do you crochet? How long does it take you to make a 5 by 5 square? If it takes you 15 minutes to make a 5 by 5 square, then multiply that by the measurement of what you're making. Add in 10 to 15 minutes if you're putting panels together. For every 2 pieces you put together, add 15 to 20 minutes to stitch them together if you're using a needle and yarn to stitch them together. If you're using a mattress stitch or the zipper stitch or whatever you call your assembling stitch, that's going to take consideration too. It's also going to consider how much yarn you're going to need to make that. But that's a conversation for another day. It's been almost 15 minutes and I got to go. I need to stop by the storage unit because there's some things I need to drop off. Like I said, it's Labor Day. So there's some clothes that I need to get out of my house and put away for storage for the winter. There's nothing I need to bring in though, because all the winter clothes are still there. Hmm. That being said, I love you. Have an amazing day. Be good to you. Yes, for many of us, it's a holiday. But that is not a holiday from drinking your water. That is not a holiday from eating. It is, if it means you didn't have to go to work today, time to have some fun. So have some fun today. Please have some fun. Be good to yourself. Be good to somebody else. And if you haven't done it, check out the tutorial that I dropped earlier today. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you think things are coming along as far as my tutorials. Am I getting better? Is it easier to understand? And if you're wondering why another mile a minute pattern, there's a method to my madness. I will be dropping a tutorial for borders. And the reason that I'm doing it is to help you be able to create your very own mile a minute patterns. And whether you use them as a scarf or you create a quick blanket, that's something you can put in your arsenal for a last minute gift or for Boggy Creek. And even if you don't want to donate to Boggy Creek, there are all types of organizations that are really going to be looking for donations this fall and this winter. And that's a great, quick, reasonably inexpensive product that you can make and donate if it's your will. And I hope you will. Okay, go do the things, make the things, have the fun. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, have a great one, babe. Bye bye.